Welcome to the state of scheduling in 2026. If you are a professional, creator, or business owner in the United States, you know that your calendar is no longer just a grid of boxes. It is your most valuable asset. In 2026, we have moved past the era of manual data entry and calendar Tetris. Google Calendar has fully evolved into an autonomous personal assistant that doesn't just record your time, it actively defends it. Today, we are diving deep into the top Google Calendar AI tricks for 2026 that are saving power users over 8 hours every single week. By the end of this video, you will know how to set up your calendar to run on autopilot, so you can stop managing your time and start actually using it. We will be looking at the latest 2026 Workspace updates, new Gemini integrations, and the hidden settings that make this the best appointment tool in the US market today. Let us start with the biggest shift, the conversational scheduling engine. If you open your Google Calendar in 2026, the first thing you will notice is that the Create button has been replaced by a persistent Gemini prompt. You no longer need to click and drag to find a slot. The first trick is moving entirely to natural language commands. You can simply tell your calendar, find a 45-minute window for a project sync with the design team next Tuesday, but only after my morning coffee and before my 3 o'clock deep work block. The AI doesn't just look for an empty space, it understands the context of your energy levels and your routine. It knows that you prefer high-intensity meetings in the morning and administrative tasks in the late afternoon. This conversational layer eliminates the minute-by-minute manual planning that used to eat up hours of our lives. The second massive trick for 2026 is what Google calls smart focus protection. For the modern US workforce, deep work is the hardest thing to protect. In the new calendar settings, you can now enable an AI gatekeeper for your focus blocks. When you set a focus time, the AI doesn't just mark you as busy, it actively manages incoming requests. If a colleague tries to book a meeting during your protected time, the AI will automatically analyze the urgency of their request based on your previous emails and project deadlines in Google Drive. If the request isn't urgent, the AI will politely decline and suggest 3 alternative times that do not interrupt your flow. It feels like having a professional chief of staff who knows exactly when you should be working and when you should be talking. Now, let us talk about travel intelligence and dynamic buffering, which is a game changer for anyone traveling for business in 2026. This trick leverages the deep integration between Google Maps and your calendar. If you have an in-person meeting in a city like New York or Los Angeles, Google Calendar now uses real-time predictive traffic data to build your day. If it sees that traffic is getting heavy or that your flight is delayed, it will automatically nudge your subsequent appointments by 15 minutes and send a polite AI-generated notification to the other participants. You no longer have to manually check your watch and send running late texts. The calendar handles the logistics and the communication for you, ensuring that you arrive at every destination calm and prepared, rather than rushed and stressed. For the 2026 Workspace user, meeting prep is the fourth trick that saves hours of research. When an event is created, Google Calendar now automatically builds a briefing document in the event description. The AI scans your drive, your recent Gmail threads, and even your linked Slack channels to find relevant files and previous decisions related to that meeting. 10 minutes before the call starts, you get a notification with a concise summary of exactly what needs to be discussed and who the key stakeholders are. It essentially eliminates the need for that awkward "what are we here for" start to a meeting. You can walk into every single call with all the context you need, saving you from digging through your inbox while people are waiting on the line. Let us talk about numbers and value, because Google has updated their Workspace pricing for 2026 to reflect these new AI powers. For most individual professionals in the US, the Workspace individual plan remains the entry point at around $10 per month. This unlocks the basic AI scheduling features and the new appointment pages that compete directly with tools like Calendly. However, for teams and growing businesses, the Workspace Business Plus tier, usually around $18 per user, is where you get the full predictive analytics and the advanced focus protection. When you compare this to paying for separate tools for scheduling, meeting notes, and project tracking, the consolidation inside Google Calendar in 2026 provides an incredible return on investment. Another massive trick is the fused view for personal and professional harmony. We all know the struggle of managing a work calendar and a personal family calendar simultaneously. In 2026, Google has introduced a privacy-first sync that uses AI to mask your personal life while protecting your time. You can overlay your family's soccer practice or doctor appointments onto your work view, and the AI will automatically block those times as private on your professional side. If your spouse adds a dinner plan at 6 o'clock, your work calendar will instantly prevent any late-day wrap-up calls from being booked. This creates a seamless shield around your personal life without you ever having to share the details of your private errands with your boss or your clients. The fifth trick involves the new AI-powered Appointment Schedules 2.0. Google has finally integrated a world-class booking system that rivals any third-party tool. You can now create specialized booking pages with built-in intake forms. The trick here is the AI vetting layer. Before someone can book a slot on your calendar, the AI can ask them a few qualifying questions. If their needs don't match your expertise, the AI will politely redirect them to a resource page or a different team member. This ensures that the time people do book with you is high value and productive. For US consultants and freelancers, this feature alone can save 5 hours a week of intro calls that never lead to actual business. Lastly, we have to mention the automated time audits. At the end of every week in 2026, Google Calendar sends you a detailed breakdown of where your time actually went. It categorizes your week into deep work, meetings, admin, and travel. But the real trick is the efficiency score. The AI will point out recurring meetings that didn't require your presence or slots where you were consistently unproductive. It then suggests ways to prune your calendar for the following week, such as turning a 30-minute meeting into a 5-minute huddle or an email update. It is like having a productivity coach who looks at your data and tells you exactly how to get your Friday afternoons back. The bottom line for Google Calendar in 2026 is that it has stopped being a place where you just see your work and has become the place where you protect your work. Whether you are using the free version or a high-end enterprise workspace plan, these AI tricks are designed to reduce the friction of the modern workday. The more you trust the AI to handle the scheduling logistics, the more mental energy you have for the creative and strategic tasks that actually drive your career forward. Thank you for watching this 2026 guide to Google Calendar AI. I have put the links to the latest Workspace feature pages and a few copy and paste AI prompts in the description below, so you can start automating your schedule today. If these tricks helped you find an extra few hours in your week, please hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the tools that are changing the way we live and work in the US. We will see you in the next one as we continue to master the future of productivity together.